All right, so quickly, what is voiceover or voice acting, or who is a voiceover artist or voice actor? Now, note the way I pronounce this very word here, artiste. It is not artist, okay? It is called artist, okay? If there is no E in here, it's just called artist. Now, they are different. This word, artiste, is a either like a musical artist, a performance artist, okay, that's what you call this, while artist without any E is a creative artist. Like, you could draw, you could paint, you could do all of that. But when you are getting into performance with your voice, with your dance, with your song, with your acting, that is when it is called artist. Don't miss that. So who is a voiceover artist or a voice actor? The truth of the matter is, people, I don't need to sound like I'm one automatically trained person. They all mean the same thing. Okay, a voiceover, or what is voiceover or voice acting? Now, simply put, I wish you guys could just write this down. A voiceover, or let me put it this way, voiceover is the act of using your voice to sell products and services. Let me say that again, or we can always replay, but let me just say that again for the essence of this thing. All right. Okay, sorry about that. I was a little mixed up. I had to quickly fix something. So, like I was saying, a voiceover or voice acting is simply the act of using your voice. That's your major strength there. Your voice to market goods and services for your clients, or might be for yourself. For example, I have a voice job for my voiceover services. Okay, I can't remember where I put it. I think it's on my little system. I don't think it's on this big system. But so I have that, and so you use your voice to sell. And what that means is that you must sound nice. You must sound good to the client, or to the person listening to you, or to the person that you are selling to. That's the most important thing. Okay, so, and of course, a voiceover artist, or who is also a voice actor, is someone who uses his voice or her voice to sell. Okay, so don't get this wrong. As a voiceover artist, you are a businessman, you are a businesswoman, you are a marketer, you're selling something. You are not there to show, to prove that you have a fine voice or you can voice. You know, when we started, we made a lot of mistakes like that. We were not really after the money. It's not that maybe you should go after the money. Well, it's important for you to go after the money, but then your focus should be in selling products and services. So, and that means that you must understand, as a voice actor, as a voiceover artist, you must understand what your client wants. You must understand what the target audience need, okay? And then be that bridge, be that person to sell what your client is interested in selling, in order for the target audience to buy, because that is where they get money to pay you. Whatever it is that your client is selling, whether product or service, whatever it is they are selling is what you have a gap, you are the person bringing it from the clients to the end customers. Okay, so like I said, you're not just there to show you can speak good English, or you can make your voice sound so nice and all of that, and at the end of, so you that is where your mind should be. You want to sell something, you want people to buy this goods, you want them to buy that service. That's the reason why you need to understand the act inside this. Now, this very quickly is going to take us to the next topic, and that is the various voiceover roles. Now, quickly give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'll be right back. In the voiceover industry, we have 5 major voiceover roles, okay? And that is the instructor, the real person, then Okay. No, I didn't want you guys to, listen to that yet. Okay. So then we have the narrator, we have the spokesperson, and we have the announcer. Okay. So now, number one, who is the instructor? Now, the instructor is also what we call, like, for example, you have like an e-learning script whereby you have to instruct people, like you're teaching people. So you're representing, your voice is representing the instructor, is representing the teacher, is representing the resource person. And so that's why I have it here. The role of this particular voice talent is to instruct or provide information to fulfill a specific goal or purpose. For example, a corporate training video or children's game. The voiceover best suited for this kind of project is a straightforward, didactic, and educated voice. So I have some of my voice samples that I have recorded. I just put them here so that you have an idea of what an instructor is. So let's just listen to this.
When learning this module, we shall familiarize with legislation regulating aircraft security search, discuss ways of hiding prohibited articles, and familiarize more detailed with cases of hiding prohibited articles in aircraft which happened in the past. Additionally, we shall discuss the cases in which and places of the aircraft which must be checked.
All right, so this particular script was for a learning, is like for people who wants to be pilots, is about aircraft management and all of that. So I was the instructor. My voice was used for the instructor. So whoever is playing it, when you want to listen, you want to learn things about aviation, aircraft, pilots, and all of that, you just click play, and that's what you're going to hear. So my voice was used as the voice of the instructor. You understand? So you can see it's straightforward. It's didactic. It's serious stuff. Educated voice. You see? So you are talking when learning this module. You want to listen to it again. Oh, don't worry. All this information, you're going to get them, all this PowerPoint stuff. So you're going to be listening to this. Though you have to download that particular voice sample to be able to listen to it. So, but just listen one more time.
When learning this module, we shall...
Now, anyways, oh, sorry about that. Anyways, you will listen, you just watch this video all over again if you want to listen to that. And then secondly, we have the real person. Now, this is the most common, all right? In Nigeria, we call this particular type of something, we call them voice over one, voice over two. That is where you have a real life conversation. We call it real life conversation. That's why we call it the real person. Another name we call it is the regular guy or the girl next door. So it's a kind of a call and response thing. So this character is homegrown, sensible, and friendly with a touch of familiarity and provides a more intimate interpretation of the script that instills trust. All right. So these are referred to as the real person voiceovers, commonly known as the regular guy or the girl next door, the guy or the girl next door. All right. So this is an example of what I'm saying.
One Lux Premium, please. What? Fake one? But this is wrong. I am being cheated. I got it's a fake message. I will not be cheated and will only buy correct Lux Premiums.
All right, like you've heard there, it's for a soap brand, and they are not a soap brand. It's an underwear, the underwear brand, and it's actually trying to tell people that you can buy a fake underwear. It was actually a singlet underwear or something. So I was playing the other guy who was talking to I went to a shop, so to say, to buy this underwear, and I got it's a fake message. And so I was coming here to complain to the guy that, so this is fake and all of that. So now this real person could also double as a radio drama character. Do you understand? So you could also do that. All right. So So now let's listen to the radio drama stuff. Now, this radio drama was recorded some years back, and I played an accented part. I'm a Yoruba boy from Nigeria, so I did that part. It's actually English, but I did the Yoruba accent of English right there.
Did you not take my message seriously? None but I do be myself, and only 2 servants have been scoring this town searching for this smoke you call champion. Let us first get inside. No, Elder. I am tired. I am fed up. And even further from the throne than I was many months ago that this mission began.
All right, so now that is the real character. That's radio drama, and I have lots of radio dramas that I've done. In fact, there was one I did a monologue, I did the guy, the lady, I did the narrator and all of that. So it's quite interesting, seriously. It's something you really, really want to get into. So that is what the character of a real person is. It's also called the guy next door. Here in Nigeria, we call it the MVO1, that's male voice over 1, male voice over 2. So somebody's playing one character, you're playing the other character. Now, the next one here is the narrator. This narrator is extremely important. Not many voiceover artists does this. Okay, not many of them do this. But then storytelling is where the narrator is most at home. Like it's omniscient, which means they are the ones in charge. Okay, it is courteous and honest. So a narrator's job is to provide an audio landscape for a listener, briefing them on the background information, posing questions, and providing solutions as they guide their audience through a program or documentary. All right. So the narrator could be a documentary, but in Nigeria, the documentary is mostly found like the spokesperson. But we're going to get that just in a moment. So narrators could be male or female, and most important factors are that they communicate clearly and engagingly. So I'm going to play you another sample of my narration.
There are some who wake while others sleep, and sleep while others rest, and rest while others die. And die not. The home of a small family of rested nomads is suffering yet another restless night.
It was just a dream. It was just a dream.
The same dream, night after.
All right, now time will fail me. I can't play all of that because it's actually 6 minutes long. It's quite unfortunate you can't play that, and I do not want to play this right now. But this is an example of the narrator. You can hear my voice at the background. I'm the one narrating exactly what is going on, and the narrator has that control, has that is the one in charge of that particular script right there. So the way the narrator takes it is the way the audience will enjoy it. Now, you cannot listen to that and not just enjoy that, you know. So then the next one is a spokesperson. Now, this spokesperson also here in Nigeria doubles as the announcer. Now, this spokesperson also could double as a narrator on that documentary here in Nigeria, because I've done a lot of documentary jobs. So the spokesperson can be on camera and off camera depending on the medium you're using. Now, the role of a spokesperson is generally played by a confident, charismatic person able to promote a cause, product, or service which with ease and authority. Okay, so a voiceover of this nature needs to be driven, optimistic, and assured. Now, that is what we call announcer here in Nigeria. But then when you're going international, you have to be able to differentiate between the announcerial type of voiceover and a spokesperson. So listen to one of this. This is, I think this should be Adidas.
Adidas has been gradually growing its share of the sportswear market, becoming the largest sportswear manufacturer in Europe and second in the world with a net sales of 14.49 billion euros.
So you see that, that's a spokesperson. You know, in Nigeria we call that announcer. All right, and because that's what you put at the on the scripts, they just put the topic announcer. You know, that's what you're going to take. So you need to get all these things, and then finally the announcer. Now the announcer here is often heard at live events, on commercials, promos, or introducing segments for podcasts. Announcers can introduce an idea, an assertive, or make a call for action. That's most important, call for action. So it's the announcer that tells you what is the next thing, and also at the conclusion of a commercial advertisement or a short video. So it's mostly the announcer are the people who take what we call the payoff. Like, for example, if we are looking at, okay, like KFC now, I remember I did one for KFC. The payoff of KFC is so good. So that's the payoff of KFC. Yeah, KFC, so good. Now that's the announcer. So let's listen to one of the ones I have here. Now this is what we call, is something I titled robocall. So it's like somebody's talking on the phone, you needed help, and so you are hearing like an IVR, interactive voice response. Is also part of what the announcer does. So just listen to this.
The rains are here. With it comes many good things and challenges like flood. So, if you notice the buildup of flood water in your area, please call 0800 Flood Day free and we'll solve the problem before it gets out of hand. The Lagos State Ministry of Environment, working for a flood-free Lagos.
So you can see that that's the announcer. So do not forget the different types of roles and voiceover. That's we have the instructor, the real person, the narrator, the spokesperson, and the announcer. Now, to round up this video, because this is it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. So to round up this training, you need to understand your voice texture in order for you to be able to know which role you fit into perfectly. Because like some of us, like you can see, I've given you different examples of the voices. I fit into everything. I can do all of that. I can play anything. As a matter of fact, but there's one. Do you believe that as big as my voice is, I've actually played a lady before? Yeah, so you need to understand that. Though I added a little bit of, mixing and increment of the treble, reduction of bars in the audio software that I needed to use. So it's important for you to be able to get this. And so understand your voice texture. Does it flow with a narrator? Can you narrate? Do you have that confident voice? Or like most people, they just, most people just chill with the real person, just talk about, how you doing now? Yeah, I'm okay. Just a normal everyday person, or the instructor, or the narrator, or the spokesperson, or the announcer. All right, so you need to understand where your strength is. Now, the fact that you have a big voice does not necessarily mean you can actually narrate, because that's what a lot of people think. When they hear your voice first, they think you can narrate, but can you act that role? Can you go confident? There are some people with very big voices, but they are more comfortable with doing the real guy, okay? There are people with small voices who can do announcerial real good. So I want you to go over this video one more time to be able to really, really learn how and which aspect you actually fit in. So I want to say thank you for staying through to this end of this video, and I believe you must have benefited one or two things. So I'm going to come your way again on the next video, which is where we are going to be talking about go back now. So we're going to get into proper breath control. All right, so see you in the next video.